Seems that I'm ready, so let's go live. I'm going live. You're live! Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Battlefield 2042 Open Beta. So if you're a Game Pass subscriber or a EA Play subscriber, you can get access to Battlefield 2042 2 days early to the Open Beta. That's why I'm playing it. I'm a Game Pass member, so that's how I got access. How are you guys doing? We'll be doing 1050 Ti, 570 and 1650 Super. How are you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. So the thing is, this game apparently is super demanding, so good thing we can test lower end GPUs. But I also have to do only have three hardware changes every 24 hours. So I'll only be able to do 2 or 3 GPUs before the game kicks me out. You know, DRM, EA, thanks. It's in the game. I'm doing fine, no Atata. What about you, man? ¿Qué tal me pareció el juego? Todavía no lo jugué. Okay, guys, so in the options, I swap my face around so you can see the options. So 1080p, it's DX12, no motion blur, no nothing like that. Textures on low, the rest on medium, basically. And future frame rendering enabled, because on Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 it was a huge help, so we keep it like that. And the rest like this, so let's start. Let's get into the game, shall we? Alan Wake Remastered, that's coming later. I gotta do Far Cry 6 after this, and then we'll see, maybe Alan Wake Remastered tonight, who knows. 1050 Ti, 30 frames, let's go. Yeah, if we're lucky we're going to get 30 frames, so let's see. Oh, I forgot to put which GPU I'm doing. One sec. I forgot. There we go. Alright, wish me luck. Let's see how it goes. Oh man. I love Battlefield 4, so probably this is going to be more of that. Okay, so far so good. In the map, looking at everything, we're getting 45, 50. Oh man, the game will be... Hang on, can I put sights on my guns? No? Oh, interesting. Alright, yeah, apparently I cannot put attachments. I think there's a button to do so. Whatever, let's just deploy. Alright. Oh man, the stutter. The VRAM usage. Okay, 30 frames per second. On a vehicle. Usually in vehicles, the games like this drop frames. But man, the stutter, holy hell, and it's using all the VRAM. So definitely the requirements were right. A lot of VRAM usage. So I probably need to lower the settings further. So yeah, that's the thing, you can't customize your weapon in deploy screen. Oh, you had to do it manually, gotcha. Yeah, so as you can see, 30 frames is possible. The thing is the VRAM is sky high. So probably best to do low settings, but we'll see. Let's play a little bit like this. Let's see if it stays over 30 frames. Yeah, it's like Battlefield 4, yeah. Looks and feels like Battlefield 4 so far. Although the tech feels more like nanotech instead of... Yeah, man, those stutters, holy hell. Yeah, I mean, the frame rate is over 30, but the frame time is so inconsistent. Okay, I got one. Good. Let's get out of the vehicle. How do I get out? There we go. Alright. I'm out of the vehicle. Let me see if I can swap attachments. Holy hell. Yeah, the stutter. The stutter is all over. No, not this. Oh, there we go. Sights, grip, and an extended mag. Hell yeah. Yeah, this, I feel like I'm playing Warzone now, but with Battlefield 4 graphics. Look at this sight. Nice. But as you can see guys, 4 gigs of VRAM seems to be the absolute minimum, so it will be interesting to try 2 GB cards. Yeah, and I'm not going to hit a single enemy, I'm guessing. Okay, never mind, got one. Stuff. But yeah guys, the stutter, holy hell, that's what's killing the thing. Yeah, the game is on an SSD guys, it's on an NVMe drive. So for you guys wondering, yeah, SSD. This is not on a hard drive. On a hard drive it would be a nightmare, I mean imagine. So I'm going to try it again. Usually when the game first launches it has to load the shaders. Let's see if that's the thing or not. But yeah, the stutter is kind of the issue. Holy hell, yeah, the stutter. 4-core CPUs cannot play the game. 6 cores, highly recommended. I mean, you can play the game. But the thing doesn't seem to be only the CPU. It seems to be more of a video memory thing. If you look at the CPU, it's at 75%, so 4 cores, 8 threads. Yeah, a big chunk of the CPU is being utilized. I mean, 4 cores, 4 threads is probably going to suffer quite a bit on this one. But I'm noticing that the VRAM is most of the issues. Seems to be more VRAM, although it's maxing out 1 core, which that's not good. It should spread out across all the cores. Yeah, CPU 2, the thread number 2 is at 100%, so that's not good. So maybe it comes from there as well, but VRAM limitation plus CPU kinda hanging in there. Yeah. So at 60 frames, imagine how it will be at 60 frames. That poor CPU. And let's change, let's put this side. Much better. At least now it's a little bit more stable. A little bit. Stuttering a little bit less, but that's about it. I think we are VRAM, too much video memory usage. And the textures are already on low, guys. Also, I don't think that in 2 months they're going to fix this, but who knows. I'm not holding my breath for that one. It will be an interesting video though. But visually it looks okay. And there's 100 and something players. But it feels like, yeah, yet another Battlefield. Yeah. How did you get MSI Afterburner working? I couldn't make it work. Oh guys, if you're using MSI Afterburner to look at the frame rates and all that, make sure that you have a hotkey to turn it on and off. When the game launches, this needs to be disabled. Once the game launches and you're into the deploy screen, you can turn it on. If not, the game will crash. That happened to me. I think the anti-cheat is kinda iffy with MSI Afterburner on this one, so yeah. Anyway, so medium settings, 30 frames per second, a lot of stutter, so VRAM doesn't help. Yeah, as you can see there. In random moments is kinda spikes. Very hard spikes. So, yeah. That's kind of a bummer. Yeah, when I move around, it loads a patch of grass and boom, stutter. Anyway, let's try low settings. Before though, let's kill that guy. Seems to be VRAM related, yeah, but... Oh man. Yeah, even when I'm shooting, there's stutters. It's hard to hit people like this. I mean, I was bad at the game already, but with that much stutter, oh man. My eyes. Anyway, let's put it on the lowest settings. Yeah, let's put it on low. Everything on low. But it seems to be mostly a mix between VRAM, a lot of VRAM, and a lot of CPU usage. A mix of both, apparently. Okay, after this we're trying dynamic resolution. So 1080p low. And there we go. And let's go. Let's get into some action. Okay, on low settings it appears to be way more stable, although I'm pretty far away from vegetation. It looks significantly worse on low, though. Will the game be on Xbox One? Yeah, and I don't know. Well, I have an Xbox One and I downloaded the beta, so if the game locks me out after changing CPUs and GPUs, sorry, GPUs, not CPUs, we're going to try on the Series S and the One S just to see how bad it's on the One S. That's going to be fun. Yeah, I should check it out on the consoles as well. I mean, how are they going to make this run on the One S? I don't know. But it's going to be fun to check that out. Yeah, low looks like low. Definitely. Still, the draw distance pretty generous for low. Okay. Yeah, definitely low for 30 frames per second on this one. Okay, got one. Whoa. Although still stuttering all over the place, I think it's more of an issue with VRAM. Series S is dynamic 1440p and the FPS seems stable. Okay, thanks for the heads up. That means that I'm going to have fun on that one. Hopefully it has mouse and keyboard support, but that's just something I would like to see, personally. What the? Okay, it's a beta, it's a beta. But that was funny. So yeah, 1080p low, I would say for 30 frames. Let's do 900p, shall we? Try next 750 Ti. 750 Ti, we'll see. I have only 3 hardware changes every 24 hours. So it might be an issue. So 900p low now. So as you can see, 900p, everything lowered to the minimum. And I probably have to restart the game, I'm guessing. Yeah, 20 frames, yeah, something is off with the graphics. When you change them, the game kind of breaks sometimes. I might need to restart. You're scared about 750 Ti? Don't be scared, just F's in the chat for the 750 Ti. I mean, on the lowest settings... Okay, it's much better now, so definitely 900p should be your target resolution. Without a doubt. Because look at that VRAM usage, now it's below the 4 GB range, it's at 3 GB now, and the stutter seems to be mostly gone, the huge stutters when I was shooting the enemy. So I'm guessing, yeah, 1080p was stuttering due to VRAM limitation. We'll see once we start fighting, but... That CPU usage though, yeah, and I'm at 50 frames right now. Hang on, let's redeploy. I need to be into the action. Okay, where's the action? There. Acá estoy. Okay guys, let's see. Alright. Finally a place with a lot of action. I need a sight. Yeah, definitely over 30 now. Let's see if I shoot someone, if it stutters. It seems to be way more stable on 900p, without a doubt. Whoa. Yeah, some stutter, but not even close to what 1080p was, so I'd say 900p is the way to go on this one. Yeah, 900p. The 1050 Ti is the minimum requirement, so I think 900p 30 is kind of what I was expecting, honestly. But not the amount of stutter I was getting But I'm pretty sure it's VRAM, a VRAM limitation there. Oh, not a single shot. But the stutter is there, although on 900p it's way less because, you know, less VRAM usage. I'm going to restart the game after I change the settings, but definitely low settings for 900p seems to be the way. At least on this beta. What the heck? Get up! Okay, my guy was stuck in the ground for some reason. What the hell? You think they can fix it? I mean, I don't think they're going to fix anything in that regard. Because there's nothing to fix. The game is super demanding. There's nothing to fix. Well, that's an understatement. The game is probably targeting next-gen consoles right now. So, I don't think they can change a lot from now until release. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, this is a last-gen, a cross-gen game, yeah. But I don't think they can change a lot in a couple months. Maybe they can lower some of the low settings here to something better. Something lower, sorry. But I don't think they can change a lot from here until release. Maybe the bugs, but visually, I don't think they can change much. Maybe the PC accessibility will be better. Yeah, I need to restart the game, definitely. Holy hell. I mean, look at those reflections. Those reflections, those are cube maps. I mean, come on, this reflection is a JPEG of this stuck in a cube map. I can notice that. I mean, come on. And also, this is the lowest system requirements according to the web page. So yeah, I think restarting the game will be the wisest option right now. I change a lot of settings. Sometimes games get iffy. But now on high settings, low textures, it appears to be okay. VRAM is at 3.5, which on 1080p, even on the lowest settings, was like 4 GB. So the game stutters less, but still we get drops into the 28 frame per second range. But the game looks significantly better than on low. So this is not a low settings friendly game. I can tell you as much. And I can finally shoot people. Time to reload. So yeah, there's not a lot of scalability with the options menu. That's what I was trying to say. They are probably going to add more scalability. Probably they will allow us to turn more things off to get more frames, but I'm not expecting it to be super optimized once it releases. Anyway, let me restart the game and let's see how it goes. So high settings, low textures, 900p for 30 frames. I think it's the best balance of quality and performance. But again, I'm not expecting a huge difference on the release day. Who knows, maybe they surprise us. It's a beta after all, but still. I mean, the game is releasing on December, I think, or no, on November. So my bad, on November is releasing, I think. Yeah, November 19th. So definitely, I'm not expecting a huge change. I mean, it's a month and a half away. 720p on medium to high settings, yeah, maybe. Probably that's 40 to 60 frames, I'm guessing. We'll find out. I want to see if this CPU can handle 60 frames. That will be interesting on the 1650 Super. 570 coming after this, guys. We're doing 1050 Ti first. Game is really bad, optimized for different GPUs. Well, remember that this is a DX12 only game. Usually DX12 on Battlefield 5... Oh, servers crashed. One sec. Remember that the previous Battlefields on DX12 were pretty terrible. I mean, stutters all over the place, a lot of VRAM usage, and this one doesn't have a DX11 option. I think that's the major difference right now. It doesn't even have an option for DX11, which makes sense. I mean, the new games are all DX12, but this one, yeah, being only DX12, it's already a huge hit to the lower end GPUs. Since the 1050 Ti is not good at DX12, it can do it, but it's not good at it. to say it in some way. ¿Te parece a joven Stallone? Ah, muchas gracias. Qué amable. Hey, Jim76UH. Yeah, I'm using i3 10100F, but remember that that's a 4-core thread CPU, so it's more like a i7 7700K, something like that. So yeah, right now 4 cores 8 threads appears to be the minimum. We'll see. 4 cores 4 threads, probably enough for 30. But 60s, oh man, that will be difficult. So 900p, as you can see, high settings, low textures, and let's see what we can do with this. I'm guessing it's going to be 30 frames with drops here and there. But we can try medium. ¿Ya probaste el 570? No, todavía no. Viene después de este. Después de este va el 570. Guys, for the people wondering, 570 comes after this. We're doing 720p. And 570 after this. 30 frames in this kind of game, not ideal. Well, yeah, of course. On shooters, I'd rather have 60s, but remember that this is a new game. It's a beta, and although it's releasing in a month and a half, so not sure how much it will change. Let's go D2. There we go. Much better. And as you can see now, my CPU is maxed out. The audio is a little bit broken. I can hear that. Okay, the VRAM usage is again at 3.9. Let's see if it fixes itself. I think high settings is too much. Yeah, high settings is definitely a lot to ask for 4 GB of VRAM. So definitely I need to lower to medium. Yeah, I'm guessing this has to do with the reflections and the vegetation and all that good stuff. Yeah, definitely. VRAM is an issue. So guys, do not try high. High is too much. So let's go down to medium. Let's do it right. Yeah, that was too much. Let's let the game load the assets once more. Okay, there we go. Yeah, high is too much. So medium settings, low textures. Alright. That's a lot better. Let's see if we can keep the... Whoa, dead. Let's see if we can keep the frame time spikes under control. Are we going to test Far Cry 6 after this? Yeah, I will. So don't worry guys, we're doing Far Cry 6 after this, because the game will lock me out. Once I swap GPUs a couple times, EA's DRM just kicks you out of the game. Thank you, sir. Okay, yeah, a lot better than low settings, without a doubt. Still not looking next gen, but it looks good. It looks like medium settings on Battlefield 4, without a doubt. But there's still a lot of stutter. So yeah, the only thing I want them to fix, at least right away, the stutter. I mean, what the hell? Yeah, it's too much. And I'm not even targeting 60 frames, I'm targeting 30. There we go. I should be back, alive. So yeah, the stutter, whoa, what the... Okay. Yeah, some stuff is not loading properly. Hopefully they fix this up in a month and a half. But right now, those frame times, man. I mean, I remember that on Battlefield 4, on release, it was pretty bad as well. But this is a little much. At least I got a kill. I'm getting a little bit better at the game now.
They've occupied Charlie sector.
I love that thing about changing the attachments on the fly. That's pretty useful. Although, yeah, that stutter, holy hell. That's probably because I started the game on high. Let's try that again. Yeah, this is not even an alpha, this is a beta, guys. This is not an alpha. This is a beta. This is coming in a month and a half. Maybe VSync could solve the frame time. No, I don't think so. But we're going to try it, don't worry, guys. I want to find a 30 frames configuration, which is probably, again, 720p medium. 900p high was too much. And changing settings seems to break the game a bit when you change settings on the fly. So let's try medium settings with a hard restart of the game, and that's about it. Those are bots or PS5 players. Those are players mixed with bots, I think. So let's try it out again. RX 560 and 1050 Ti similar performance? Maybe. I don't know how this game performs on AMD as of yet. But if on the 570 runs well, maybe the 560 has a chance, who knows. Time to find out. Estoy usando, está toda la descripción. Guys, everything that I'm using is in the description. I'm using an i3 10100F, which is 4 cores 8 threads. Remember, I'm using a separate computer for the live stream. So yeah, what do you mean it's not even alpha? Yeah, I mean, you have alphas, betas, and then the full game in general, so the alpha should be a more incomplete state in comparison to the beta. And this is not an alpha, this is a beta, guys. So, but again, the game is releasing in a month and a half. So I'm guessing, yeah, they will improve things in a month and a half. But it won't magically make the game run at 60 frames on this GPU. Remember the 1050 Ti is like what, 5 years old? It's old technology. And this game is DX12 only, so that's another huge disadvantage for the card. So yeah, it won't be magic. And 4 gigs of VRAM appears to be the absolute minimum. Okay, now it's a little bit better. Yeah, without a doubt. And it's rainy, so it should be worse. Good. So yeah, definitely when you start the game, once you find the settings, restart the game. Do a hard restart. As you can see now, it's a little bit more stable. A little bit. When I started the game on high, the performance kinda wrecked all over the place. Although that VRAM, even on medium. Yeah, the game still stutters, but it's way less noticeable than on high. So yeah, definitely better, but not ideal still. So people that bought 8GB 580s and 480s, well, they did a good choice. What the? Okay. Yeah, it's a beta. Those minor bugs, yeah, those are beta bugs, without a doubt. But the performance, yeah, hopefully they do something major for the release. I mean, that VRAM. They still make PS3 games. Hey, PS3 games look worse. But yeah, this is not super next gen, especially on medium. Definitely not next gen on medium settings. But the game doesn't look bad. Could be better, don't get me wrong, but yeah, we're in a 1050 Ti, guys. Do not expect magic. Oh, okay, the game stutters even on a 3080, gotcha. So it's a thing with the PC port. Thanks for the heads up. So if it stutters on a 3080, we have good numbers. If a 3080 stutters, oh man. Yeah, I'm playing with a person on PS5, a person on, and 3 people on PC. But definitely medium settings 900p seems to be the way to go. For more stable numbers. Is future frame rendering on? Yes, yes it is. That is a major performance difference. That's why I keep it on. This, guys, keep this on. On Battlefield 5, Battlefield 1, those games, that helped significantly on the performance side. And what the hell is this? So yeah, keep that in mind. That's necessary. Future frame rendering should be on by default. This is supposed to be an elevator. Oh, yes it is. It stutters on every GPU. People are reporting from the start of the beta. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Thanks for the heads up, guys. I love this customization on the fly thing. Crysis did it right. I love that I can just put a scope on my gun out of the blue. Alright. Oh, those are enemies. Not sure if I'm hitting them, actually. I don't think so. Yeah, not a single shot. Oh, that's not a friendly. There we go. Yeah, I wasn't going to win that one. Sé que es una beta, pero veo el Battlefield 4. Sí, literal que sí. Yeah, some people are saying, when I'm seeing this, I see Battlefield 4. Yes, same. This feels like Battlefield 4. It feels a little more heavier than Battlefield 4, actually. Okay, grappling hook, yeah, I'll keep that one. Sniper package, nah, I'm good. Medic package. Let's see in a place with more foliage. That should be more demanding on the GPU. Oh, he's dead. Never mind. Will 1060 hit 60 frames? I don't know. We'll see. Highly depends on your CPU as well. Okay, with foliage on screen. Oh man, that stutter. So with foliage on screen, we seem to be over 30 frames just fine. So what we're going to do now, let's try VSync on. I know, heresy, but hear me out. Maybe VSync on with a 30 frames cap can help us out. There's no FPS cap option. Okay, let's do something else. We're going to try 720p, and after that we do dynamic resolution. So 720, we apply. Okay, 720p. Medium settings, let's see what we get with this. I'm guessing it will be over 40 frames, but let's find out. Alright. So guys, 720p. No lens distortion, no film grain, no thanks, I'm good, no motion blur. And let's put it on medium, which means low textures and the rest on medium, basically. Future frame rendering, there we go. So medium settings, low textures. Yeah, the SSAO is demanding, but I mean, SSAO, without SSAO, it'll look terrible. Okay, so 720p, medium settings, low textures, VRAM seems to be okay. Whoa, holy hell. Yeah, the stutters are as bad as people are saying, yeah. Performance on the other hand, well, still needs work, without a doubt. Low settings, yeah, low settings comes later. Be patient. I'm working on it. But so far, 720p seems to be the way. Over 50 frames on medium. So you get over 50 at least. You don't get that potato graphics. They are kind of potato, but not that potato. Oh, they were everywhere. ¿Has intentado usar los settings más similares al juego en la Xbox One? No, todavía no. Recién estoy aprendiendo de qué se trata. Alright.
Our troops have lost Alpha 1.
I'm going to do something else. I'm going to use my Battlefield 1 settings, which means low lighting. Whoa. Okay, the menu is still broken. Low effects, low post-process. And where are the shadows? Oh, shadows is bundled in with lighting. So medium settings, low textures, shadows, low textures, lighting and effects. So those things are all lowered to low. And we're keeping the ambient occlusion on SSAO. If we need extra frames, we're doing no SSAO. So yeah, let's do that. And we come back. FOB 90. Yeah, I'll increase the FOB. The FOB seems to be a random number. Doesn't seem to be 9 degrees. Let's put it at 60, which I don't know what this means in degrees. But it's a wider FOB, without a doubt. Yeah, this feels like 100 FOB. Ok. Quizá la Open Beta tendrá mejor... Esta es la Open Beta, amigue. Sale mañana, va a estar abierto para todos. So for the people saying, oh, this is not the Open Beta. Yes, this is the Open Beta. I only got early access because I'm a Game Pass subscriber, but that's about it. This will be playable for everyone in, what, 24 hours, I think? So yeah, it's not going to change much. Mark my words. It's not going to change much in a couple weeks. I mean, the full game should be a little bit better, but I'm not expecting a huge increase. It's not even using my GPU at 99%. We're CPU bound as well. Okay, got one.
Echo sector fully secure.
Oh, it's a mix of bots and people. Gotcha. That's why I'm killing some people. Those are not bots. Let me restart the game now. Is it a free game? No, it's a paid game, but you can play the beta in a couple days, I think. It will be open to everyone. Yeah, it was using a lot of CPU. Kinda crazy. Other GPUs are still holding up nowadays. Yeah, but this is a DX12 title, so kinda makes sense. I mean, the 1050 Ti on DX12 is pretty terrible, so I'm guessing that the 570 will do a much better job. But that the game stutters, that's kinda the thing. The game stuttering is kind of the thing right now. People are reporting everywhere that there's stutter. So at least we can kind of get an idea of what we're going to get. So yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing they're going to improve it later on. I mean, there has to be a reason for the delay. They delayed it, what, a month? The game should be releasing... If it wasn't delayed, it would have released right now, I'm guessing. So yeah. I'm guessing that's why they delayed it. They need to polish it up. But on the PC it always happens. Doesn't mean it's right, it happened with Battlefield 4. But still, I would like a working product. Hopefully when it releases it improved, but no way to know. So yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting 60 frames on this card. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's an old GPU on a new game. Which is kind of the point of my channel, actually. Okay, yes, 60 frames on a 4-core 8-thread CPU appears to be impossible so far. Yeah, my CPU is maxing out, so 60 frames on a 4-core 8-thread doesn't seem to cut it, at least not right now. The thing is, it doesn't have a DX11 option, which would have helped the GPU, but would have been pretty bad for the CPU if we had a DX11 option. Still, I would say if you have a quad-core CPU, make sure to aim for 30 frames. 60 frames seems to be impossible. I mean, my GPU is not being maxed out. Alright. So dynamic resolution in this case shouldn't be a huge difference, because we're CPU limited when targeting 60 frames. So I would target 30 frames actually with this configuration. I mean, it's nice to be able to be over 40, but it's dropping into the 30s when action kicks up. So kinda doesn't make sense, at least for me. If you're not consistently at over 50, why lower the settings? You're going to be at 30 when shooting. Todo bien, Tommy, vos? 30 frames with Jaguar cores on last gen consoles. Yeah, but let's see the frame times on the Jaguar consoles. That's kinda the thing. Maybe the frame times are all over the place, who knows. I wanna check that out. Yeah, I'm guessing that after the PC tests, I'm going to try it on the consoles. It will be fun. PS4 performs better than this, it's 1080p. It's probably dynamic 1080p, but it wouldn't be far-fetched to think that it runs better on PS4. Usually games nowadays are, on the 1050 Ti at least, usually run better on the current gen consoles, on the last gen consoles. Sometimes. So yeah, usually when a new generation comes, console optimization gets a lot better. So yeah, we'll see. It's going to be interesting. Has Digital Foundry tested this and released a video on the consoles? I don't know, I just got into my computer today, so I know nothing. I just know that the game doesn't run well for higher end GPUs. That's basically it. If a quad core with multi-threading maxing out, wonder how a 6 core will fare. Yeah, a 6 core should be fine for 60 frames. But here when action picks up, well, good luck.
Foxtrot sector is now secured.
I mean, yeah, we're 128 players. Remember when 750 Ti used to outperform the PS4? Yeah, I remember. It's been a while since then. Good times. ¿Tú crees que en mis 5600 XT funcione? Sí, por supuesto. Sin dudas. Will you have Crisis Trilogy test on the channel? Yeah, once it releases. I think it releases in a couple weeks. But sure, yeah, I'm doing it. I probably have a review code for that one. As you can see guys there, when I'm shooting, it drops into the 40s, and well, when I'm getting shot at, good luck hitting 30 frames. Good luck hitting 50 frames. Oh, yeah, no. I'm dying to this one. Yeah, I'll pretend I had a chance against the tank. Anyway, let's do the 570 now. Shall we? So we go back to display, we put it on 1080p. Let's keep it on medium but with dynamic resolution. Let's see if 1080p can hold up with dynamic resolution, of course. The issue here is the VRAM though. VRAM maxed out. So this is 1080p dynamic. Okay, this is a long name for the settings, but this is basically 1080p dynamic res, medium settings, low textures, lighting effects, and post-processing. So let's see if I can get 30 frames.
We control most sectors on the battlefield.
This is probably the better option, I think. Okay, yeah, no 30 frames. So not even dynamic resolution saves us. Yeah, maybe 900p medium settings is the way to go, I'd say. Yeah, no, 1080p, too much. So 900p is the way to go. Maybe the dynamic resolution is not even working. That happened before. Okay. Yeah, that seems to have done the job.
They've captured all of Alpha sector.
So 900p native, medium settings, low textures, lighting effects, and post-processing. Let's see how that goes. 900p seems to be the sweet spot, yeah. So let me show you what I recommend doing, at least right now. So you open Riva Tuner Statistics server, you lock it to 30 frames, then you open the game and you enable VSync, so you got a 30 frames cap, like that, super 33.3 milliseconds. Then you enable VSync, so you don't have that tearing on screen, like that. And what else? And I think that'll do. Yeah, I think that should do. Okay, much better. So yeah, now as you can see, locked to 30 frames, stutters here and there, but significantly smoother. And when I say significantly, I mean significantly smoother. 30 FPS cap. Live tuner plus VSync. And this is personally, if I only had these components, I would play like this.
Occupying most of the net.
So this should be way smoother, yeah. So let's go into the jungle or something. Okay. So this should help the CPU and the GPU perform in a more stable manner. It's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but at least it's consistent. A little bit more consistent. I mean, it will be the 30 frames per second experience. So yeah, look at that frame time. So much better. Yeah, I think this is the best way to play with these components. 60 frames, so far it's been impossible with this CPU. Still needs work, but I mean, you can make it a little bit more stable. What do you think about Far Cry 6? Are you excited? Yeah, I am. I've been playing it. It's more Far Cry. I've been playing it yesterday. Luckily I got a review code. And it's more Far Cry. So don't expect anything else. It feels like Far Cry 5 on Cuba. That's kinda the thing. So if you like Far Cry, you're probably going to like Far Cry 6. It's more of the same. With a different theme, to say it in some way. Have you tried Windows 11? Not yet. I'm going to wait. I'm not in a hurry for Windows 11. There we go. You're worried about the Ryzen 5 2600 performance? I'm guessing that one is going to suffer as well. It has way lower single-threaded performance. I mean, it has more threads, yeah, 6 cores, 12 threads. But this game seems to be using all the cores, but one of the cores gets maxed out, so that's not a good look for the 2600. But so far, this is the way to play. I would say on these components. Not a single shot. Come on, we got this. Have you tested the 570 yet? No, it's coming right now. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right with you guys. Oh, dang it. I'm still terrible at the game though, so this is how you do it, I would say. Native 900p, 30 frames per second cap, VSync, medium settings, low textures, low lighting, low effects, and low post-processing. That will be the way to play the game on a 1050 Ti. 60 frames, well, good luck. You need a fast CPU for 60 frames, at least right now. So let's get out of the game, shall we? Let's do the 570 now. So welcome back, here I am. Let's swap GPUs. Which... There we go. Here we come. Whoa, 570. And I gotta install those drivers, so patience, I'm getting there. And also at the end, I'm probably going to do the Series S and the 1S just to see how good or bad they are. So yeah, here it comes, the 570. How much faster is a 580? Should be 10 frames ahead. But in this case, if it's the 8GB version, it's probably going to be amazing in comparison to this. So 1 second, guys. Yeah, around 10 frames over the 570. But if you have a more VRAM, well, in this case, it should help you out quite nicely, actually. Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be installing some drivers with you guys. How are you doing? Far Cry 6 is optimized, I think. We'll find out in a couple hours, yeah. Did you burn your hand touching the GPU so fast? Oh yeah, I forgot. That's coming later, don't worry. Far Cry 6 tests tomorrow? No, today. I got an early code. So thanks to you guys that watched the channel, I was able to request a code for Far Cry 6. I've been playing it yesterday, but the embargo lifted today. So I'm going to play Far Cry 6 in a few hours from now. I'm going to be doing the same that I'm doing with Battlefield right now, but on Far Cry 6, so alright. Installing drivers, 1 sec. It's probably not the latest, but I'm going to update, so don't worry. Installing the drivers. Hang on. There we go. So I'll start with 1080p, I think. Yeah, 1080p should be okay. 1080p, high, low textures. Let's start with medium. I don't want to go... Now let's try crashing the game. So 1080p high with low textures. Now give me 1 sec, I need to update those drivers. Before that though, I gotta put the display on full RGB so my capture card doesn't complain. 10100F enough for Battlefield? Yeah, but 60 frames appears to be impossible on this CPU. I think you need 6 cores and 12 threads for 60 frames. Which I'd say is a little much. But who am I to judge? There we go. Updates. Okay, there's a new driver, so let's install it. What is Ghost Toolbox? Look it up on Google. I mean, you got all the information in the tip of your fingers. You don't need me to tell you. Just look it up, man. Will you test Alan Wake Remastered? Yeah, but that's a game I'm doing later. I need to do Far Cry 6, the Nickelodeon fighting game. I have a lot of things pending. So yeah, we'll see. I'm guessing so. I mean, it's on my desktop right here. So I'm probably doing it, but it's not... I have to do Battlefield, then Far Cry, and then we'll see what we do. But I'm guessing it will be okay. I mean, it's an upgrade, yeah, for Alan Wake. But the remaster seems to be more like, okay, new 3D models for the characters, new 3D models for the terrain, higher quality textures, better cinematics. But that's basically it. I mean, I think the gameplay is exactly the same. SpongeBob All-Stars. Yeah, the Nickelodeon All-Stars game. I'm testing that one as well, so there's a lot of stuff. Too many games, but that's fine. There were no games this year. It was a very slow year this time around. ¿Cuánto pesa el juego? Como 20 gigas pesa, creo. For the people asking, yeah, it's like 20 gigabytes, this beta. On the 1S is like 9 gigabytes, on the Series S is 12, and on the PC is like 20 gigs. It's not a big download, but you can preload it now if you want to. What's your expectations on the GTA Trilogy Remastered? Basically, those 3 games, but on Unreal Engine 4, which is great. And hopefully with mod support. That would be amazing. Alan Wake 1? I don't know, maybe between today and Saturday, I'm guessing. Okay. I think we have the latest drivers now. Let's find out. Okay, latest drivers, awesome. So let's get now into the game, shall we? All right. Battlefield 2042, wish me luck. Series S runs at 1440p, apparently dynamic 1440p at 60 frames, apparently. We're going to check it out after all these. Is it open beta? Yeah, it will be open to everyone, I think tomorrow or in a couple days, yeah. Okay, there we go, Battlefield. So as I was saying, it will be open to everyone, but if you're an EA Play subscriber or a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, you should be able to play the game right now. Yeah, the beta. Why is my latest driver 21.8.2? Make sure you you check the box that says optional updates as well. Nobody knows for Series S yet. Some say 1080p, some 1440, some say it looks like 360 with anti-aliasing. Well, we'll find out. We're playing the PC version now on the 570. There is news about Uncharted 4 on PC. Yeah, at the beginning of 2022, it's coming to PC. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. Yeah, that's a game I'm going to stream on day 1. Maybe very aggressive dynamic rest on Series S. I mean, makes sense. It's pretty aggressive with the GPU right now. So, okay, display. Give me 1 sec. So we do 1080p. And on the graphics, let's put it on high. Yeah, I know. Big PC gamer options. Let's just put it on high for now. Let's see if the VRAM is enough for high settings, low textures. No VSync. Future frame rendering should be on. Yep, that's about it. That should be enough. Hopefully we don't crash. Alright. Let's find out. Does this game have Myra physics? I don't know what that is. Influence a lot from Modern Warfare, even the menu. Yeah, I mean, you can see when you're running, it even has the animation for sprinting that was introduced in Modern Warfare. The thing that you are running, instead of having your gun like this, you have it in one hand. They have that here as well. I mean, it feels like Warzone with another engine. Although it feels more heavy than Warzone. Warzone feels like more like a snappy shooter. This is more heavy, more grounded. So yeah, it feels like Battlefield, without a doubt. Yeah, 50 frames on the menu. Oh no. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm guessing this is the 30 frames configuration. Let's see how it goes. Every company can be pasting last-gen games with better textures. Well, yeah, that's kind of the point. Sending more copies of the same game. What should I expect? What should I buy? 580 or 1650 Super? If it's the 8GB 580, I will go for the 580. If it's the 4GB, well, go for the 1650. Okay. Okay, VRAM appears to be okay. My gun didn't load. Come on, gun. There we go. Okay, it's loading the assets for the first time. VRAM appears... Never mind, VRAM is already maxed out. I was going to say that VRAM is okay. It's not. Although the frame times appear to be okay, despite the high VRAM. Yeah, I need to lower those settings. High seems to be too much. But it's way better than on the 1050 Ti. I mean, this is what DX12 compatibility feels like. Yeah, this is so much better than the 1050 Ti. Which is interesting because I remember back when the 570 was released, it was being compared with the 1050 Ti. I mean, look at this, the DX12 compatibility is finally showing up. Will 8GB of VRAM be fine? Yeah, with 8GB of VRAM, you should be over 30 all the time. Here, the VRAM is an issue, yeah.
Sector Echo fully secure.
Without a doubt. The VRAM is not helping. So yeah, I need to lower those settings. Probably medium is the way to go for 30 frames. Although this is way smoother again than the 1050 Ti, without a doubt. Not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but significantly better. I play display alright, even low it still looks good enough. Yeah, the thing with low is that there's no grass, almost no grass. Yeah, now we're getting more stutter. Yeah, definitely I need to lower those settings. This is too much. Everything on medium. But low textures, again, that's necessary. So let's let the game load the assets. So 1080p medium.
Sector secure.
Okay, VRAM is a lot better. Oh yeah, this is so much better. Although the stutters are still there, like people were saying, even high-end GPUs have this issue. But it's a stutter fest, yeah, without a doubt. Oh, that's very far away. Yeah, let's redeploy. But so far, yeah, medium appears to be the way to go, without a doubt. High settings for 4GB cards, too much. Oh man, this truck... Yeah, no. No thanks. Whoa. Come on. Whoa, you scared me, bruh. Okay, yeah. It's a stutter fest, without a doubt. Although high settings, just stay away from high settings, you should be over 30. Y no sé, Fran, nos vamos a enterar cuando salga. La verdad imposible saber ahora, pero... no sé. Yeah, let's do SMG. And let's do tank. Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, look at that frame time. Oh my. The thing is the frame time, I mean... Although that RAM usage, like 10 gigs.
Control of almost every sector.
But it's very inconsistent. The thing with the frame time, yeah, very spiky. Reminds me of when I first played Battlefield 4, spiky frame time. Funny how much difference there is in performance compared to Battlefield 5.
Sector Bravo.
Yeah, that's true. Low textures in Battlefield 5 were for 2 GB of VRAM. Here low textures are for 4 GB. Kinda weird. And I mean, and it even runs on the last gen consoles. I mean, if it was next gen only, I would understand, but it runs on last gen as well. I don't know. Weird stuff. Okay, that didn't do anything to the chopper, so I'll just ping the helicopter.
10 degrees, 130 meters.
Sector Charlie in enemy hands.
Oh yeah, I love this grapple hook thing that everybody does in video games now. feel like they rushed this game without optimizing, unlike Battlefield 5. I mean, I would say every game is rushed, especially now with the pandemic and all that. Every game just got the development slowed down and then ramped up very quickly because they needed to release it. So yeah, and we also had a new generation of consoles. So that's a pretty bad combination. I'm expecting a lot of games to be broken on release, which is great. I can do videos on the beta, then when the game releases saying, hey guys, the game is still broken. Then a few months after, the game gets patched up. A year after, maybe it's 100% polished. And then I make more videos saying, hey guys, they now fixed it. So I have 4 videos on a single game. That's perfect. So yeah, broken games are good for my channel, actually. I can make multiple videos, seeing if it's fixed or not. See, Far Cry 6 tiene FSR. Yeah, guys, for the people wondering, Far Cry 6 does have FSR, so...
Digging into their reinforcements now.
So yeah, we're going to try that out as well. I'm doing fine. What about you, man? Long time no see. Okay, one down. Oh, that was AI. Yeah, there's bots and people
Sector Delta.
playing against me. So yeah, the bots are pretty easy to kill. It's like playing Titanfall all over again. Okay, that was definitely a player. Yeah. Alright, let's try low settings now. Low settings. And... yep, low settings. On 1080p. So this is 1080p low. And let's see how it fares.
Our troops have captured Sector Charlie.
Yeah, no, it's running bad, but I mean, I was kind of expecting it. After how Battlefield 4 released, okay, low settings doesn't look as bad as I said. There's actually grass. I thought there was no grass whatsoever, but no, there is. There is grass. Interesting. That's a player. And that's the AI, yeah. The AI doesn't get a single shot in. I don't see what's the next gen about this game. Well, it's 128 players instead of 64 on Battlefield 5. So that's double the players in a multiplayer match. So I'm guessing that's the biggest difference. And now there's also bots in the mix. So it's not only players, it's players plus bots. So I'm guessing that's the next gen thing about it. For a Battlefield game, I'm guessing. Who knows? Which graphics card is he using? The 570. It's above my head. You can see it up here. Yeah, I always spawn in the wrong place at the wrong time. Okay. They are approaching me. Whoa, what the hell? Okay. The AI killed me with a grenade. I feel embarrassed. In front of 500 people. I got killed by a bot. What am I doing with my life?
Our forces control most sectors. Our forces have seized all of Sector Echo.
I know. Close quarters. Okay, he's done. Oh, that's not friendly. Definitely not friendly. Okay, on low settings it's not that bad actually. It still stutters, yeah, but it's more stable. So low settings, I'd say it's doable. Maybe medium settings with low lighting can do 60 frames. on 900p. Will you do Series S? Yeah, I will. I'll be getting there eventually. But so far so good. Also my FOV is pretty wide, so that also helps kill the performance a little bit. But still, the game needs work. That's for sure. Oh, that's a tank.
You've taken control of Sector Bravo. Enemy forces control the majority of sectors.
Oh yeah, we're still dropping into the 40s, so I'm guessing 900p is probably going to be closer to that 60 frame per second thing. If my CPU allows it. But yeah, so far on the 570 it's better than I anticipated actually. I was expecting worse numbers on this one. On the 570 I mean. After playing with the 1050 Ti I was thinking, oh man, the 570 will be rough. But no, it's actually pretty good. All things considered.
Sector under control.
Considering it runs bad on high-end GPUs, it's not that bad. Not great. But yeah, after seeing what people were saying online, I was expecting much worse on the 570. Still. Low settings doesn't look great. Could be better. Anyway. Let's do 900p now. So 900p low. Let's see if that's 60 frames. Is this beta open for everyone? Yeah, in a couple days it will be. And if you have Game Pass or EA Play, you can access right now. Okay, another bot got me. Oh no, the embarrassment. You sure know the Halo Infinite needs optimization when this runs better. Yeah, true. Yeah, considering that this is a bigger map with 128 players plus bots. Yeah, that's how you know Halo Infinite runs bad.
Hostiles just took
Agreed.
Sector Echo.
Okay, 900p low appears to do the job. The issue is in general when I'm close to foliage, like that. Mad respect to Polaris architecture, yeah. ¿Tiene FSR? No, no tiene, pero yo calculo que va a tener eventualmente. For people asking, no, it doesn't have FSR, but I'm guessing it will have support eventually. And you can force it with Magpie and lossless scaling, so I'm guessing it will be okay. Why this game is demanding? I don't know, I'm not an engineer. Okay, tank got me. Let's go into a place with more foliage. Yeah, oh, okay, everything's taken. Let's get the rifle then. Nah, I'm not getting the rifle, screw that. The semi-auto. Magpie doesn't work too well. Yeah, I heard that. Also on lossless scaling, I saw that there were better results, apparently. Better compatibility. Alright. Taking the objective. Yeah, even with foliage on screen, it appears to be fine. Come on, almost taken. There we go. Got it. I need a vehicle to get to the next objective. Oh, there's a bot. There are bots here. Oh, that's the enemy. Okay, sure. Thanks for the vehicle. Those bots were absolute idiots. Okay, that wasn't a bot, without a doubt. I will be on 1440p with 1050 Ti. Well, good luck. But that bot thing was hilarious. Oh, really? Yeah, no. Now, this is the 4GB 570. The 8GB 570, I'm guessing, would be more stable. And you can use high textures. Yeah, but it seems to be over 50. So the AMD cards are using less CPU so far. At least the 1050 Ti wasn't even able to hit 60s on the lowest settings, 720p. And the GPU was not maxed out, so the 1050 Ti had a lot of overhead on the X12. Which is ironic, because it used to be the other way around. It used to be AMD cards use more CPU, but in this case it's flipped around. So yeah, pretty interesting. So 900p low can do 50 to 70 frames. Not bad. Considering how it run on the, again, on the 1050 Ti. Let's see if that explodes. I don't think so. Where's the enemy? And the stutters appear to be a little less frequent now. So definitely something improved as I play the game. But still, I'd say it needs work. Still runs better than Halo Infinite though. This might be last year for the 570? Nah, I don't think so. It should stick around for a bit. Okay, the AI is a mixed bag. Yeah, 2016 card, yeah, 5 years old. So I'm surprised that it even runs the game properly. Let's try now 30 frames. So what I'm doing is low textures, ultra texture filtering, because texture filtering doesn't affect VRAM in this case. Low lighting. Let's put it on medium. Medium lighting, medium effects, medium post process, and the rest on the highest. That's probably going to be 30 frames. That's my expectation. Let's see if it comes to fruition. So ultra settings. Medium effects, post, and lighting. That should give us 30 frames. So let's see if the VRAM is high enough for us to do so. Okay. Alright, yeah, 30 frames. VRAM seems to be okay. Alright. Yeah, definitely the visuals are improved. The reflections are gone, the screen space. So that's what you sacrifice with medium lighting. But at least your VRAM is not maxed out. So if you have the 8GB 570, you can probably do high just fine. On this one, well, good luck. You need more VRAM for that. Oh, tank. Stutterfield 2042. Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm going to be stuttering on Battlefield 2042 on the 570. Although, not gonna lie, on the 570 is way more stable than on the Nvidia card, on the 1050 Ti. We'll see the 1650 Super now. But so far, the AMD card was more stable on this game. Almost got him. Alright. Anyway, I think I saw enough of 900p. Let's do 720p super quick, and then we do the 1650 Super. So let's go. But it stutters so much, yeah, they need to fix that. That's a lot of stutter. And I played a lot of games. So I can notice when there's a lot of stutter. And this is way too much. Okay, 720p. Okay, for some reason it changed to low again. I hate when that happens. So let's try 60 frames. We're doing low textures, ultra texture filtering, medium lighting, medium effects, medium post-process, high mesh, high terrain, high undergrowth. Let's do SSAO to have a few extra frames. No VSync. Amount of high fidelity objects on high, sure, why not? And that should do. So this is basically high settings with medium effects, post, and lighting. What do you think about next gen Witcher 3? We'll see what happens. Hopefully it's a big update, but I'm not holding my breath for that one really. It'll really look good on PC. At least for me. Okay, so 720p, a mix between medium and high. Okay, way smoother. Yeah, this needs to be played at 60. Feels so smooth. Okay, yeah, 720p, medium to high, seems to be over 50. Overall, let's see for how long. But it seems to be enough. Maybe lower the lighting and post-process and effects to low, and you get over 60. But we seem to be CPU limited now. So CPU maxed out, almost maxed out, 90%. So yeah, definitely CPU limited now. New COD or Battlefield? I mean, this feels like this has Warzone written all over it. But I mean, yeah, they feel pretty similar. Call of Duty this year, well, is World War II. Personally, I'm a little bit tired of World War II. So I'd rather play this, honestly. Or just play Warzone. I'll just play the campaign probably and then not touch it again. That's kinda how I do. If I want to play a futuristic multiplayer game, I play Warzone. I know Battlefield is something else, with the destruction and the vehicles and all that, but I mean, many games just feel the same to me, right now.
Most sectors now occupied by hostiles.
What is Battlefield? I just know the game, can you please explain? No, just look it up on YouTube. I mean, you just open the search bar that says search, you click on it, it says, and you have a keyboard, you type on the keyboard, what is Battlefield? And you'll find it. There's a lot of people on YouTube that know how to explain it. I'm not good at explaining what a game is, honestly. But in general, you're playing just a big multiplayer thing with many players. And you'll find it. I mean, there's a lot of people saying, oh, Battlefield 4 is so good. Battlefield versus Call of Duty. Why is Battlefield better? Why is Call of Duty better? There is an infinite amount of videos talking about it. So yeah. But it's kind of interesting that you guys are asking me that. In general, you guys tell me when a new game releases. It goes right over my head. So it's interesting to see so many comments asking me what Battlefield is. But Battlefield has been absent for a while. I mean, it lost a lot of reputation with Battlefield 5, so it kind of makes sense that some of you guys are asking me what is Battlefield. 570 720p is good. Yeah, it seems to be fine. As long as you tweak it a little bit, you can be over 60 pretty often. What the? I started in the water. What the hell? On high is another thing. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, on high you actually have reflections. These are cube maps. Let's see that. Let's see if I put the reflections on high, if I have any reflection on the water. Yeah, let's put it on high right away. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, on high you actually get the screen space reflections. This is so much better. I know those are pixelated, but I mean, dude, the difference is insane with screen space reflections enabled. Yeah. I mean, without high settings, you don't have screen space reflections in water. That's crazy. That explains the increased VRAM usage, actually. That's a huge difference. It's interesting because on Battlefield 1 and 5, at the low setting, it disabled the reflections. Here it disables the reflections on the medium setting, which is interesting. So yeah, but the thing is, if you go to high settings at 720, you drop into the 40s. So it's either no reflections, no screen space reflections, or reflections below 60. So yeah, but I'm seeing that there's reflections on even on the rocks here. It's pretty subtle, but they put reflections on everything. That's probably why it's so taxing on the hardware. Estas ojotas en pantufla, estoy de championes. Tornado incoming? Where? I'm still looking. Did you try 1080p? Yeah, I did. 1080p 30 is possible. But on high settings, 1080p uses a lot of video memory. Which is unfortunate.
Majority of sectors under our control.
I'm still looking for the tornado. Me podría decir si ya puse la 50 Ti. Sí, ya la probé. Rebobinar el stream nomás. So people wondering, yeah, I already did the 1050 Ti. It was dreadful in comparison to this. Well, there's no comparison. This one runs way better. The 570. The 1050 Ti, well, it was a nightmare in comparison to this, yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to hit him from here. ¿Cuáles son tus impresiones a nivel general? Y impresiones de qué, del juego o del rendimiento. Si es el rendimiento, bueno, espero que lo pulan más, pero el juego en sí es Battlefield 4 con más cosas. Es Battlefield 4 con esteroides. So somebody was asking for my first impressions about the game. I would say this is Battlefield 4 on steroids. And on the performance, it needs work.
Target down.
But overall, I'm impressed with what the 570 is offering right now. I was expecting worse numbers on the 570. So yeah. Is it the most demanding game you saw? No. I think Halo Infinite takes that. But Halo Infinite does this in a smaller map with less players, so yeah.
Reloading.
I'd say Halo Infinite runs worse.
Majority of sectors.
So yeah, after playing Halo Infinite, I can appreciate other games running like this.
Reload. Keep shooting.
But it usually happens when we get a new generation of consoles. New game starts running like absolute crap, and then, well, it stabilizes. Anyway, I had enough of the 570, let's do the 1650 Super. The CPU is listed below, guys, everything is in the description. So time to swap GPUs. Here we go. One sec. One sec. $1650 Super. It's pretty hot in here. I'm going to open the door. One sec. And the window. Finally, some cold air. I was... Okay. There we go. Gotta fix my camera though. Yeah, this is way brighter now. It doesn't feel like I'm in a basement. Anyway, give me one sec, guys. It's reloading the drivers, I think. Let's see. Nice room, thanks. Light mode studio, yeah. Sorry for the people that are watching this at night. Sorry. Sorry, dark mode enthusiasts. Alan Wake Remastered when? Probably in a couple days. Yeah, I'm guessing. iPaint Studio. Hell yeah. That's kind of the point. Nah, I'm kidding. I haven't put anything on the walls as of yet. Only 9 in the mind. Okay, gotcha. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Paint your walls? Not again. I painted them white because it was the cheapest color. Alan Wake runs pretty poor for its graphics. It always looked good. So I don't know. It depends. What CPU are you running? Everything is in the description, guys. Oh, it wasn't properly mounted. Thank God, my GPU wasn't properly mounted. There we go. That should do. Yeah, and the cable was loose. Never mind. Okay. No worries. No mate, not today. Whoa. That should do. Alright, going back. This is the 1650 Super now. And as you can see, the drivers are being reloaded. So, one sec. Anyway. GPU sub speedrun failed, caught in 4K. Oh no! Not that one, please! Here we go. Here we go. Okay, 1650 Super. Good. What am I missing? Nah, everything is there. Alright. Okay, something crashed. The EA helper is not helping. Let's try that again. Oh no. What's wrong? Okay, the EA helper died. Let's try that again. I'm going to put it down. EA. What the hell happened to the EA helper? It died. Okay, let's try app recovery. Something died. Interesting. Good moment to die, man. Let's reboot, just in case. And if everything fails, we're doing... we're reinstalling it. Just use Origin. The thing is, now when I try to use Origin, it tells me, oh no, you have the EA helper. I cannot play games. Literally. It literally tells you that. Origin says, okay, if you have an EA thing desktop installed, Origin cannot work. So yeah, kind of a bummer. All right. Let's see if it now works. EA? Okay, no, it's not working. Give me 1 sec. Going to fix the EA launcher. I know Origin should be more stable, but Origin gave me a lot of issues as well, so I don't know. EA app, get out of here. Oh, there we go. Repair. Okay, it's repairing, downloading stuff. Yeah, let's go. Good thing that it has an option to fix it. But I love that it just died. It randomly stopped working. That's hilarious. Let's do a funeral for the 750 Ti. Another instance is already running. Are you kidding me? Okay, never mind. I think it works now. Yeah, it says beta here. Even the launcher is a beta. Okay, we're back. Yeah, not sure why it decided to die there. Kinda odd. But it's fine now. There we go. Downloading stuff. Yeah, oh man. That sounds dirty. What do you say about Wolverine, the Wolverine game on PlayStation? We know nothing about it. But I hope, I mean, it's from Insomniac, so it's going to be fun. They know how to make good gameplay. No 750 Ti? We'll see. We'll see. The thing is, the EA launcher limits my GPU swaps to 3 every 24 hours. So it locks me out. That's the thing with the EA DRM. You change hardware 3 times and you're screwed. You gotta wait 24 hours. It locks you out. Todo bien, Agustín Pérez, ¿y vos? Do you think Battlefield 2042 will run better in the full game? Should be improved, but I'm not thinking it will be double the performance. That would be ridiculous. So hang in there. I mean, once the game releases, we're going to try it again, so it's going to be easy to notice the difference, I'm sure. Yeah, there's a GPU swap DRM, a computer swap DRM. The thing is, the EA DRM thinks that swapping a GPU is a completely different computer, so yeah, kind of a shame, if you ask me. It happened since the beginning of time. It's been like that since the beginning. I remember in Battlefield 4, I had that issue. So yeah. It's a stupid DRM practice, but what can you do? Kind of a bummer. Okay, so we're doing high settings with low textures. And let's see how it goes. Wish me luck. Sport used to have that issue. Oh, it also had that issue. Okay, so it's a thing with EA since the beginning of time. Like, here we go. Guys, are you guys claim the Free Ghost Recon? What do you mean? There's a Free Ghost Recon coming soon, but it's a free-to-play game. Has nothing to do with the usual Ghost Recon stuff. Your 1070 can't do 60 frames. Well, the thing is, the cards from the 10 series and before are not particularly good at the X12. Let's be honest. So this game seems to take advantage of the X12. Let's see if the 16 series card can do better. I'm guessing that the 1650 Super should do a better job in this case. Because the X12 compatibility. Oh, Ghost Recon 1 is free right now. Okay, thanks for the heads up. Okay, just started the new match. So good, I can load my shaders in peace. No gun loaded. Come on. Gun, load up. Come on, gun. I love that there's a round coming up my hand. There we go. Come on, you got this. Yeah, 4 GB of VRAM, to be expected on high settings. Are we done yet? Alright. Okay, yeah, definitely runs better than the 570. I mean, over 50
Now under our control.
on high settings. Let me check if it's actually high settings. Yeah, high settings. Interesting. Yeah, definitely a lot better than the 570. So as you can see here, that's the thing with the Nvidia cards. If you have something before the 16 series, like a 1070, 1050 Ti, 1060, 960, I don't know, stuff like that, you're probably going to have a lot of issues. Especially due to VRAM constraints, as you can see right now. I dropped into the 30s. Why? Because VRAM. But also, it's a DX12 title, and it seems to be using all those features. So that's why probably on your 1070, somebody was saying, is running poorly. Here is running poorly now because of VRAM. I mean, look at that VRAM usage. So we gotta go for medium effects, medium lighting, and medium post-processing to lower that VRAM usage. So I lowered these three, and let's see if that fixes the performance. Let's see. It didn't. Let's wait a little bit longer for the VRAM to stabilize. In the meantime, low textures, medium lighting, effects, and post.
Russians in control of Sector Bravo.
But yeah, definitely VRAM limited. Let me redeploy. But definitely, I'm 100% sure it's a VRAM limitation. Because it was running at 50 to 60 and then immediately dropped to 30. That's VRAM bottleneck. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta restart the game, I think. Still using quite a bit of VRAM. Yeah. Yeah, let's restart. Please try 750 Ti. I don't have a 750 Ti 4 gigs. I have only the 2 gigs version. But seeing that on the lowest settings is using 3 gigs, well, good luck with less than 4 gigabytes. You need to try 6 gigabytes VRAM GPU. Yeah, that would be nice, but I don't have one. In the future I might, but a 1060 6 gigs is probably going to work, but it's going to be unstable. And the 3 gig 1060 is going to be unplayable, I'm guessing. Too much VRAM. Yeah, the 750 Ti won't work. I'm guessing. It's probably using DX12 feature. DX12 12_1, I think. One of those advanced ones. But let's see if this works. I'm guessing again, it was a VRAM limitation. 1080 Ti and the 1080 Ti is going to suffer. Because it's not particularly good at DX12. That came in the 16 series GPUs on Nvidia cards. But the 1080 Ti should be better due to the VRAM. You can do better textures. Yeah, I will. Thanks for the heads up, India and 60Hz God. Annoying 750 Ti guy. Okay, load those assets, please. Come on. There we go. It's loading those assets. Come on, come on. Fill that VRAM. Now it's nighttime. How convenient. But it's still a VRAM issue. I mean, look at that VRAM usage. 3.9. Let me double check the settings, just in case. Yeah. I'll lower the rest. High seems to be a little too much. Yeah, that should do. A little too much VRAM on high. What a bummer. Let's redeploy. So the 570 is handling it better actually, more stable, which is kind of weird. But this game seems to be running better on AMD so far. But it's using more VRAM than the 570. The 570 can do it just fine. Yeah, look at that VRAM, 3.9. It wasn't stutter free on the 570, of course, but still, it was more stable. Not a flat frame time on the 570, but again, here is way worse. So definitely an AMD optimized title, I'm guessing. It's using less VRAM on the 570. And there's more CPU usage on the Nvidia card, so the Nvidia cards have DX12 overhead, for sure. So yeah, guys, on this one the 570 wins.
Allied forces have taken Sector Bravo.
Yeah, in general the 1650 Super wins against the 570, but this is one of those games that runs better on the AMD cards. It's using more VRAM on the Nvidia card, it's stuttering more on the Nvidia card, it's using more CPU. I mean, you can see this, I tried the 570 a minute ago.
Still dangerous.
I mean, yeah, it had frame time spikes all over the place, but at least it was a little bit more stable. Even on 1080p low, I could get 50 to 60. Here I'm getting non-stop stutter and the CPU usage is high across the board, so Nvidia needs to work on this, without a doubt. Let's go for low settings. So 1080p low now.
Don't lose the objectives.
Let's see if you can get 50 to 60 like the 570. But so far, yeah, this is an AMD optimized game, it seems. Yeah, even on low 1080p, I'm not getting 60s. So yeah, VRAM doesn't help. What was it you said about having GPU below 1650? Yeah, the 1650 Super, the 16 series cards were the first, well, and the 20 series cards from Nvidia were the first ones to have proper hardware DX12 support. So those should run the game better overall. Then if you have a 10 series card like a 1070, 1080, those don't have that great DX12 support. I mean, it works, but it's not native hardware thing. So yeah, those usually suffer in games that rely on DX12 a lot. So probably this against the 1060, this will win against the 1060. Well, in this case, the 1060 will stutter more, but it will be able to hold itself better due to the extra VRAM. So that's kind of the issue here. Apart from using more CPU, it doesn't have enough VRAM. So as a result, it runs better on the 570, which is funny because the 570 was cheaper
They have control of
back
Sector
then.
Echo.
Nvidia said they will release drivers for the beta, but they never did. Okay, that makes sense. That explains a few things. But I mean, without a doubt, it's using more CPU than the 570. On the 570 I was able to do 50 to 60 frames, pretty good. But on this one, I'm doing 30 frames and it's already CPU bottlenecked. So that tells me a lot about the game and how it supports the Nvidia cards. 4 core 6 threads with Nvidia card isn't enough for this game. Yeah, it seems to be that way,
Sectors under control.
unfortunately. So yeah, the thing that Hardware Unbox was talking about with Nvidia cards having overhead, well, CPU overhead, there it is. Here's the CPU overhead. So if you have an Nvidia card, make sure to have at least 6 cores, 12 threads, I would say. Yeah, even at 720p low, I'm having difficulty hitting 60. On the 570 was a walk in the park. So yeah, if you have the 8GB variant of the 570 or the 580, even better, you can crank up those textures. Restart the game? Yeah, sure, I will. I'm sure when I restart it, it's going to be better, but still, it doesn't hurt to try. Runs great on a 1600 AF and a 580. Makes sense. I mean, the 580 will use less CPU. Because this game is using more CPU on the Nvidia cards. Which again, is ironic because it used to be the other way around. No, I don't have another CPU to try it. But I mean, if it already cannot hit 60s with 720p low due to the CPU, you can see that the Nvidia card is using more CPU to run the game. I mean, the 570 was able to do 60s just fine with this CPU, so why can't the Nvidia card do the same? So there's where the DX12 CPU overhead takes over. Let's see it now. I'm guessing that now it's going to have a better time because it's not going to fill the VRAM right away. So I'm probably going to have 60s just fine. But the thing is, when the game first loads and fills the VRAM, if it goes to the maximum, well, good luck getting rid of that stutter. Anyway. Let's see the VRAM. Come on VRAM, you got this. Okay, VRAM is okay now. I can get 60s. Wonderful. Okay, now it's better. I can probably now crank it up again, but let me load the level a little bit more. Okay. Because the issue was, like it was before, when the VRAM gets maxed out, well, good luck going back. Okay, it seems to be stable at 3.6, 3.4, so I can now crank up the settings and have a good experience, I'm guessing. So let's try 1080p again.
Get me an update. Not good, sir.
And we put it on
Territory.
low settings with medium on the rest. And that should give us good numbers now. Let's see the VRAM if it holds up. So yeah, medium settings, low textures. Now that I loaded the game with less VRAM, let's see if this works. Medium, low textures. Yeah, still at 3.5. Let's see once I apply the settings. Please don't crash. Come on, you're doing it. Fill that VRAM. Alright, the CPU usage is way higher now. But as you can see now, the frame rate is better than before. So, starting the game at 720p and then swapping to 1080p makes it way smoother on 1080p. I no longer drop below 30. But as you can see, the GPU usage is not maxed out, so we're still CPU limited. So the 1650 Super should be able to get 60s with this configuration, but it's not. So there's definitely some weirdness going on. I'll restart again, be patient please.
Grenade throw.
The thing is, when you start the game, if it fills the VRAM when you start the game, well, it's hard to go back. That's why in this case, starting the game at 720 helped us significantly. We started with very little VRAM usage, and then we just increased the settings, so that's definitely a bug.
Gotta start securing sectors. Enemy has majority control.
That's probably something they will iron out. Definitely a VRAM leak. Yeah, a leak. I'm guessing. Because again, I started the game at a low resolution, at low settings, but then I put the same settings with another resolution after starting the game, and it worked much better. So Memory leak, definitely. Yeah, now it's eating up the VRAM again. So yeah, let's restart once more and let's see if we can reproduce the issue. But we have a CPU limitation due to the NVIDIA drivers, CPU overhead from the NVIDIA side. And then we get a memory leak, apparently, on the NVIDIA side. On the AMD card, it was okay, most of the time. Con una 5500 XT debería ir mucho mejor peleado, mucho mejor. I found out that I can play games on 1650 Super, thank you. No problem, man, enjoy. You think that the 570 get better performance? Yeah, in this case it does, because it has better compatibility with the game, I'm guessing. I was able to maintain 60s way more easily on the 570. On this one, I have more CPU usage, so it's harder to hit 60 frames. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to it so far. So let's very quickly jump back into the game. Let's see if there's another memory leak. Well, we know the culprit, and they're probably going to fix that memory leak when the full game releases. But see guys, those are the things that could be fixed for the game's release. Memory leaks, bugs, but the performance itself, that's probably not going to change much. But if they fix a memory leak, it's going to improve for all of us. Those are things that realistically they could fix. But then the performance, I don't expect it to change that much. It's going to stutter less, that's for sure, without the memory leak. Okay, 3.8, 3.9, here we go again. 4 gigabytes. And let's see if it stays at 60, like it's showing right now. It's probably going to hard lock to 30 now, due to the low VRAM. Let's see what happens. But as you can see now it's running it better than the 570 actually. The 570, to get these numbers, needed low settings on 1080p. Let's see if it locks to 30. Okay, it's dropping, and there we go. Yeah, memory leak inbound. Okay, it's a little bit better now. Alright. Yeah, those stutters are memory. Video memory.
They've occupied Foxtrot sector.
Yeah, look at that. Look at those stutters.
Before the whole map
And that VRAM. When I started the game at 720 on low settings, the VRAM was at 3.4, and when I selected the settings I have right now, it was at 3.7, and now it's at full VRAM usage, so definitely something to do with the VRAM usage on the game. It's a good thing we found that out, although still on the NVIDIA card it's using way more CPU. Way more CPU. So yeah, anyway. So let me tell you a couple things before I go. So I close the game. So to sum up, 1650 Super ran the game a little bit better on the 570 on the FPS side. The thing is, on the NVIDIA cards, there's more VRAM usage and more CPU usage, so it's harder to hit 60 frames. Then on the AMD card, I noticed that the game can hold 60 because it uses less CPU, but at the same time you need to have less than high settings in order to get over 30 frames. So if you're trying to get consistent 30, well, you can do a mix between medium and high, but sometimes it can use all the VRAM. So if you have an 8GB card, you're going to have a better experience. So yeah, runs better on AMD so far, seems to have memory leaks, runs better, it uses more CPU on the NVIDIA side, and that's about it. So 30 frames, you can do it on the NVIDIA cards pretty easily, but if you want to get 60s, you need a strong CPU so far. Anyway, I'm going to now put the Xbox Series S, let's see how it goes. So very quickly, we're going to try the Series S. Give me 1 sec. All right. So we're back now on the Series S, which is the current gen console, not to be confused with the 1S. This is a Series S. So this is the cheapest current gen console. Let's see how it goes. And I'm going to change this to first look Series S, rewind, or PC FPS. So if you guys just arrived, I already tried the PC thing. Let's try Battlefield on the Xbox. Wish me luck. Okay, let's play. So apparently on the Series S is 1440p, according to El Analista de Bits, which is a YouTube channel I highly recommend, at 60 frames per second. So let's see if that's true. My Xbox should be at 4K. I have a 4K screen now, so I should be able to notice that. Yeah, we're at 4K, 4K 60 Hz. Battlefield. No, Lucas. He's from Spain, I think. Yeah, I agree. I accept the agreement. I agree and continue. Yeah, take my life, EA. Display. Let's see. FOV. Let's put it at 60, like on PC. This is not the degrees. Motion blur. No thanks. I'll disable that. Thank you very much. No film grain, no chromatic aberration, no distortion. I want to have a good view of the enemy. And let's see. Okay, this is... yeah, definitely over 1080p. I can notice. But we'll see once we get into the actual game. Seen many benchmarks of the 2060. You're disappointed. Well, it happens. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this is butter smooth. Guys, this is butter smooth. Yeah, without a doubt. What the hell? The PC version, in comparison to this, what the hell, man? This is butter smooth. How could they? Yeah, it runs insanely well. This is completely fine. And looking at the gun, it appears to be a little bit over 1080p.
Foxtrot sector is in enemy hands.
Although there's a bug with the lighting there.
Need to secure more sectors before the
What the
whole
heck?
map falls.
Let me see if I can use mouse and keyboard. No, there's no mouse and keyboard. That's alright. So yeah, I mean, guys, it's butter smooth. Although I'm terrible with a controller, but... oh, let's see. Yeah, there's some lighting bugs though. And that tree... not sure if it's broken or if it's... oh yeah, it's fine. Yeah, there's some stuff that is broken. Visually. And it has the reflections from the high settings. As you can see there, there's screen space reflections that for some reason on the PC are only on the high settings. If you go below high settings, you don't get any reflections on water. But there is a bug with the lighting so far. Look at this. Yeah, the shadows, there's lighting bugs. But the game feels butter smooth. No, not a single stutter so far. Let's redeploy.
We have control of Charlie sector.
Cargo is proceeding. Be
Yeah,
now
let's go
return
here.
to the
Let's get right into the battlefield. Come on. Alright. Yeah, there are visual bugs. I can notice them. But overall, yeah, it's completely fine. Completely smooth. Yeah, I'm terrible with the controller. So yeah, as you can see, it's fine on the Xbox Series S. Let's try the One S. This was just a first look because I cannot show you performance live on consoles. One sec. First look at One S. Let's see the worst console performance-wise. I'll need luck on this one. So this is first look at One S. This is going to be a fun one. This is going to be terrible. Y la 750 Ti no corre juegos, literal. No puedo abrir el juego más de 3 veces, así que el DRM me detuvo ahí. For the people asking for the 750 Ti, the game only allows me to do 3 hardware changes every 24 hours. So no way in hell I'm trying another card. The game locked me out. Thanks, DRM. Even being an open beta, the game locks you out. Mi ID en Xbox Live. Santiago 6. Ese es mi nombre en Xbox. So guys, as I was saying, let's see how this one goes. I'm guessing it will be apparently 60 frames. So let's find out. It's probably going to be below 720p, but let's see if it's smoother or not. No problemo, de matraco. Okay, there we go. It connected. Yeah, accept the agreement. Yeah, get me to the game. Let's first disable. Okay, I already noticed the slowdown in the menu. That's fine. I understand this is the slowest console right now. I'll increase the FOB a little bit. Okay, I can already notice that it's a lower resolution, obviously. The edges of the character, I can see those nice edges. But let's see if it's smooth or not. That's kind of the point. Rebobina Guaraches. Oh, okay, this is 64 players. Okay, that's the big difference. This is 64 players, not 128. That explains it. That makes complete sense. Yeah, it has half the player base. Half the player size. So instead of being 128, it's 64 players and the map is reduced. Yeah, the map is smaller, I think. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So this is basically Battlefield 4.5. And it is completely smooth. Okay, I understand now. Although, man, those graphics. Ugh. Disgusting. Yeah, this feels like Battlefield 4 with different skin on the One S. Yeah, completely plastic. Yeah, it's a completely different game, I think.
Charlie objectives under
Although the audio is a little bit broken.
Need to reload. Hostile down.
I mean, yeah, look at those textures into the distance. It's literally below the PC settings. Which makes sense, I mean. And this is not 60 frames. I can feel it's probably into the 40s.
Red sectors. We need them back.
I wasn't expecting 60 frames, of course, but visually it's downgraded quite a bit. Makes sense, I mean, it's the slowest console from the last generation. But I mean, the game works, and it's not unresponsive. It actually feels smooth. It's not 60, I'm noticing drops. And it has 64 players instead of 128. But I mean, it works. Interesting. Yeah, this is Battlefield Team Fortress 2, yeah. Yeah, you can notice that this is a pared back version. It's pared back, but it works. So yeah, kudos to them for making this work. I mean, this happened with Battlefield 3 as well. I think it was 64 players on the PC and 30 players on PS3 and 360. So history repeats itself. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. That's it for today. I'm going to be doing now Far Cry 6, so see you in a few hours. In a couple hours, I think. I need to take a break. A lot of gameplay. But as you can see, on the Xbox One, feels like Battlefield 4. Pretty low graphics, 64 players. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to now do Far Cry 6. So I'm going to schedule that live stream for you guys. Give me 1 sec. Because I need to make it public before. So I put it for 2 hours from now. That's fine. I need a break. Let's put it at an hour and a half from now. So 5:30 local time. Put it public. And that should do. So you guys after this live stream should be redirected to my Far Cry 6 live stream. Hopefully, if everything works. Redirect, Far Cry 6, there we go. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to put some timestamps on this so you can find everything that you need. And in a few minutes I'm doing Far Cry 6. I got a review code from Ubisoft, so thanks to you guys for supporting me. And I'll see you next time. Bye guys. Thank you so much for watching. And in a couple days it's going to be open to everyone, so go play it. Unfortunately, the PC port needs a lot of work. On Series S, it's pretty solid. On One S, feels like Battlefield 4 with new settings. I don't know, kinda weird, but with less players. See you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. See you in a few minutes.